or affiliates.
Yeah, we on a Sistahship. Come with us, we on a Sistahship. Yeah, we on a Sistahship. Roll with us, we on a Sistahship.
Sistahship, we got this now. Come on, let's talk about it. Sistahship, we got this now. Come on, let's talk about it. Sistahship, we got this now. Come on, let's talk about it. Sistahship, we got this now. Come on, let's talk about it.
We're my sisters, we got this, sisters. You roll with me and I'll roll with ya. We're my sisters, we got this, sisters. You roll with me and I'll roll with ya.
Substance, sis, you know we on a mission, no games. Help each other get over some things, build strength, bring change. Cause we been through the rain, now it's time to shine like bling. Let's talk about life, skills, we building up our quality to right wills. We rolling out of poverty, love heals. So we become the prodigy of how a sistership could be a really hot commodity. Stand together, we united, hold hands, support each other dreams and our plans, doing everything we can. Just to show we understand the power of a friendship, fam. Live life on purpose, together we learning. Yeah, let's talk, we don't wanna see you hurt. And we here for each other, no matter the color, networking. That's for sure and for certain. Come on, yeah, we on a sistership. Come with us, we on a sistership. Yeah, we on a sistership. Roll with us, we on a sistership.
We're my sisters, we got this, sisters. You roll with me and I'll roll with ya. We're my sisters, we got this, sisters. You roll with me and I'll roll with ya.
Sistahship, we got this now. Come on, let's talk about it. Sistahship, we got this now. Come on, let's talk about it. Sistahship, we got this now. Come on, let's talk about it. Sistahship, we got this now. Come on, let's talk about it.
We on the Sistahship Holiday Edition.
Hello.
Wait, where did Mrs. Claus go? She was just, you know what, just like Mrs. Claus, she got to go over there, finish doing her thing, because we are giving out gifts today to families. This is such a blessing. It is such a blessing to be in the space. First of all, in the studio. Like I said, it's been a month of Sundays. We're all negative COVID. So we are here. We are celebrating. We want to be with you. We miss the energy of each other. So here we are. This is your girl, TiffanyRowe.info, always bringing the positive tea. And we have Lady Wisdom.
Hello. Good afternoon.
We have Miss Trish.
Hello.
And of course, the Oracle herself, Mama C. And today we want to celebrate everything about giving and love and holiday and Christmas. And again, we're giving away gifts today to the ladies of EED. And I did something in New York the other day as well.
Friday.
So Friday we gave away gifts to children and ham and turkeys to the families, and I personally adopted a family. They gave me a name, and then when they gave me the name, I was like, well, that's it. And then they were like, well, they got a sister and a brother and a mother. I was like, you know what? Being a recipient of charity as a child, which I was, and I know what it means to open something on Christmas, and also being in a household where perhaps that year particularly your mom or your father, your parents or the family could not financially support that. So God is so good and merciful that we're in a position in this crazy 2020.
Whoa.
Hello.
I don't even know if that's the appropriate word.
Everyone
there's
said
be a different word.
2020, but 2020 is a four-letter word, I guess. Let's call it that. Okay? But that being said, we are so
okay. We're not going to touch that.
But that's all right. Everyone had that vision. So you saw it, you experienced it, and now we're going to move forward.
Absolutely.
in unity.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you know what? I
Yes.
have to say, I just love you ladies so much. All of you. I just love you guys so much. When I see your posts on Facebook, I smile. The positivity and the energy
That's the
just
energy.
charges me. And at 66, I need all the energy I can get.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
So y'all keep that energy coming. But you know what? When you are true children of God, positive energy is what we roll with. We
Yes.
come with and we roll with it. Okay?
Rolling with
Yes.
the positive energy and
Absolutely.
rolling with the sistership.
And
That's
rolling
right,
with
that's
the
right.
I like it, girl.
I
Hello.
know, wait, and I think I saw something coming soon with some testosterone.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's being worked on now.
Mm.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, why wasn't I invited to the meeting of the testosterone?
Because
Has
guess
it
what?
happened
I'd
yet?
like
Wait a
to-
minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't she online when that happened?
I want to work on it too. No, but I saw the brothership.
But look. I was sitting in the house, and then all of a sudden she told me about the brothership. I said, oh.
Wait.
I said, oh. So then she said, I need you to put together something so that we can send it to Substance and we can get a brothership a theme
song,
song
that's right.
going. And I'm like, okay.
Wait, and I saw your post. You was like, Tiff was quiet for a while, so I thought, things was cool.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, here come my daughter.
Next time she gets quiet, I'm gonna knock her in the head.
So she stayed quiet.
Okay, so she stayed quiet because I'm like, ooh, she didn't have nothing because all day long she said, Mom, I need this. Mom, can you get this for me? Mom, blah 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 blah. Can you write this? It's time to edit this again and blah blah blah. And I'm like, Lord have
And
mercy.
mercy on my soul.
You know what I'm saying?
But where is it coming from? Lord.
Yeah.
Girl, I don't want to knock people's eardrum, but hallelujah. I'll just say hallelujah, amen, and
Snacks.
God bless God.
God
Because,
bless God.
God bless God. I always say it. God bless you, because, when I think about all of the things I've been through and all of the challenges that God has helped me to come through and rise up beyond, I'm thankful. I don't know about anybody. I'm thankful,
Yes.
Hallelujah.
And like I said to my daughter, I said, you know what? When you got haters on your trail, what you have to do is just put them on your prayer list. Okay, I have a prayer list. That prayer list is so long
See,
I can never
she's
remember
so.
all the
Let me
names.
tell you
Okay?
something,
Put it on
Mama.
the
See,
prayer
you are
list.
so closer to God than me. All right, so we gotta put them on the prayer list.
You put them on the prayer list, and then what you do when you go have your prayer time with
You
God.
couldn't put him on a naughty list. Did you notice? You noticed that, right?
I'm like,
You
no,
couldn't-
but on Santa's list, I can put him on the naughty list.
Yes, exactly.
Well, God
so
knows I'm gonna pray for
you
him.
put them on that list.
This is why I come on Sundays. This is how I get better.
Again, you put them on that list, and then when you finish with your prayer time with God, you say, yeah, and bless everybody on that list, because I done lost track of who it is. So, but God knows who.
But you
who
got to
put
think
on that
about
list.
it. That list helps you motivate.
It keeps you motivated.
It keeps you going further.
Woo!
That's
girl.
the fuel.
Woo!
And, in that fire.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. Those folks give you more energy, and they don't realize that they're giving you more energy, more motivation, more inspiration, all of that to move forward to be the person God created all of us to be. You know what I'm saying?
Come
So,
on.
I'm smiling.
Don't get me to preach.
Come on.
Look,
I'm
she's smiling.
smiling because what happens to me, because I'm still in my journey, is it gives me perspiration because I fight. So I'm starting. I do a
You're a
sweat.
fighter.
I do a sweat after, and then I'll wipe you off when
See?
it's complete. But I saw something the other day in reference to that, and I had posted it for a friend because they were going to something. So I'm going to say this because I'm going to add a positive spin on that. Because I do have the positive too. When a toxic person, again, this is your Christmas gift. When a toxic person can no longer control you, they will try to control how others see you. The misinformation will feel unfair, but stay above it.
That's right.
Trusting that other people will eventually see the truth just like you did.
Hello.
Amen. Hallelujah. Let's have church.
Pass the plate.
Yes, please pass the plate. So let me say this too. Today we are are giving gifts. However, our journey together from, the radio show and working with Mama C and Tiffany Co., they have been philanthropic on so many areas and so many efforts throughout the entire season. It's not a Christmas or holiday Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, a Hanukkah situation. It's an everyday situation. So always know, if you see them, give them some money, because they're going to give it to somebody. They're going to bless some soul. No, I'm dead serious.
And you're right. Somebody gave Tiffany, and I'm not going to say her name because she's in the Sistahship, and she gave Tiffany a turkey and a ham, and she said, you better not give it away.
She told me don't give it away.
She said, you better not give it away. But when I was leaving today, another turkey and ham was at the door. So stuff is still coming, but I know who we can give that to.
Right.
So I'll tell Tiffany. I left it because I'm like, you know what? There is somebody who we can give that to. We can bless them with that.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
So I'll
right.
leave it right there, and Tiffany will agree with me, I'm sure, and she'll do the transporting of it.
Right.
Because when I lifted the bag, I'm like, what the heck? I put
That
it
was,
right back.
that was your
down.
exercise.
That was
You
my.
said yes. Okay, I did
That was
this.
it, Trish.
The turkey and the ham and the biceps. This is what's up. This is how we do it. This is what's good. Yeah, and so we was talking too. I mean, as you can see, we are putting our festive foot forward. And I have on what would be considered
The gingerbread man.
an ugly sweater. However, I have somewhere to go after. So ladies, gents, this is what we do for the show.
The gingerbread sweater.
And this is what we do after.
Hello,
A 2 for 1.
Hello, a twofer.
That's right. That's right.
And then I did the nails. So I was saying I wasn't going to tell the story before the show. So I did the nails with the candy canes. So my nail tech had said, do you want some rhinestones and things like that? She had done this right before Thanksgiving, put the rhinestones. It was phenomenal and fabulous. So during Thanksgiving, I had made some macaroni and cheese, and then I noticed some rhinestones was missing.
Oh.
I've done that. I'm like, oh God, I hope the rhinestones didn't come off in the food.
Threw out the whole tray of mac and cheese and had to make another one. And so after I made the mac and cheese, and I'm like, there was a big one, and I was like,
that was missing?
it was missing. So I crushed them all off, all the glitter, and then made another
And
batch
made it-
and threw that one in the garbage. So I said, no glitter,
No glitter.
stones.
Nothing that comes off.
nothing that's go gadget on the nails.
Hello.
But I wanted
But your nails look beautiful.
They are gorgeous.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Hello.
During the show, we want to kind of share some of the letters. So a lot of the kids that are getting gifts today, they wrote letters to Santa and Mrs. Claus. And let me just tell you, we have the most beautiful Mrs. Claus. I mean, when I was little, I didn't know she looked like this. I would have had a pin-up of her in my room, just like Pam Grier and now Mrs. Claus. We have the most beautiful Mrs. Claus. So throughout the show, we want to share with you some of the letters that the children had shared with us. And again, please, please, please keep on giving. There's always someone, always a family. And hey, maybe we can give it to them. We'll know when their birthday is. If you hear something and it shocks you or something you want to give, when their birthday comes, then we can celebrate them with that as well, because we have a lot of information on these children.
Yes.
So Miss Trish, start off with some of these letters.
Okay, I'm going to go with this one. It says, Dear Santa. Now, y'all probably saying, well, we're supposed to be Mrs. Claus. You know Santa passes everything off. Okay?
Oh, man.
Santa takes the credit, but the credit is really,
Mrs. Claus.
that's it.
That's right. Hello.
It says, I'm 4 years old and I've been a very good boy this year. I would like to have a Paw Patrol, Thomas and Percy train, toy tree, toy crane with a remote control. This has been a very tough year. I lost my daddy and my grandpa, and my mommy is having a rough time. Maybe you can send her some happiness.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yes.
And that was a 4-year-old?
That was a 4-year-old.
But you know what?
A
These
4-year-old.
young kids
It's
are
very clear.
very precise and very clear in their language, you know. Not like when I was 4 years old. 4 years old, I mean, we weren't writing letters yet.
Yeah,
You know?
No, 4 years old. You was 4 years old.
You was 4 years old.
Yeah, you got to be a little older
And now you've got to be a little older because things have changed so much and are changing that these children have to be smarter and more in tune with what's going on right now. And it's too bad that they can't be just kids. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? We at the Sistahship, we think that kids deserve the right to be kids for a little while. You know,
I'm still a kid.
Yeah, hell, me too.
I'm an old fart. I mean, I'm just saying. I need that happy pick me up. This hat has energy.
Oh my God!
It is serious. I love it.
Ha ha ha.
Santa's elves. We are Santa's elves.
Yes.
That is the energy of life.
My daughter brought this for me, and she said, "Ma, here's your hat for Sunday."
Oh gosh.
I'm like, okay, but she knows
That
I'm a
was a
big
good
kid.
hat.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah, it was
That was a
good.
good hat. That was a good hat.
Yeah.
And Feliz Navidad.
And Feliz,
Yes.
and she
Hola,
bought, she bought the ugly
Ugly sweater with the
also.
jalapenos.
I'm like,
But yours has jalapenos because you hot.
the hot mama.
She's sizzling.
Hello.
She's sizzling.
She's sizzling. That's right. Yes. To all of our Spanish listeners, Feliz Navidad.
Feliz
Feliz
Navidad.
Navidad.
Lo perro y año.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes, the whole
Feliz Esperos años felices.
Yes, okay. I just wanted to say that, okay? I need a little help there.
So one of the letters we got actually didn't even go to Mr. or Mrs. Claus.
Who did it come to? The elf?
Said, "Dear COVID-19,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
you have made me antisocial and unmotivated from sitting in the house. I miss being in school and socializing. COVID-19 has made me very cautious of the people I'm around." So we have young people that they have some, we have to be part of their process of getting past this fear.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we got to be part of our process of getting past it
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. One of the things I've said is that we just have to move wisely. Protect ourselves and move wisely. Some people won't even come out the house. If I need to go, I have doctor's appointments I have to go to. I have a dental appointment I have to go to. I have food that I need to buy so that the family can eat. So what about these people who have become so paranoid that they won't even come out of the house? They're so afraid.
Yes.
We have to stop with the fear thing and take steps to protect ourselves and others, but certainly not allow fear to hold us,
cripple.
to cripple us and hold us in its grip. Imprison us with, the fear of just doing all the things we love doing. We know many of those things we're not able to do right now, but there are things you can do. This is the time for the creative mind to come out.
That's what 2020 was about.
That's what 2020.
Getting you focused on your entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
That's right.
And I have just signed up for Cornell University.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you
Good
did?
for you.
Yes, I did. I
Congratulations.
started my classes in January.
Congratulations.
Diversity
Inclusion.
degree.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
Diversity, inclusion, and
That's right.
So
Hello.
yes.
Hello. Well, I may as well share with everyone. I am in the process of. I just have to come up with the money to do the rest of it. But I am getting my coaching certification in spiritual coaching.
Really?
Amen.
Yes, so I've already started working on some of the stuff, and they're working with me, and so we just have to figure out that financial piece. Oh, here comes Mrs.
Here's
Claus.
Mrs. Claus. First, what do you
Claus.
see? and Mrs. Claus's waist is snatched to the gods. All right, gods.
That's because Santa eat all the cookies.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. I mean, and if you think okay, growing up, I finally have a home that has a fireplace and all of this. I used to think Santa came down the incinerator.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
You know, when you live and
Lord
look,
have mercy.
first of all,
What
loving.
is in? Good God. Oh, yeah, baby.
Look at what we got going.
Yes.
Ti-
Oh, excuse us for a minute while we.
Yeah, I didn't
Look
open
at our
it.
bags.
I didn't
okay?
open
We gotta
it.
take a peek. Oh.
Okay.
I'm not gonna peek yet.
You hear the oohs and
Let
the
me
ahs.
say this.
Hey,
I-
you know your mama.
I always put everything under the trees because I like to open up everything on
That's me.
Christmas.
So you don't open up a gift on Christmas Eve?
No,
I don't.
What I do on Christmas Eve, I do it. Oh, kids, don't look right now. I pull out the pajamas that we're all
Okay.
wearing.
Right,
You get
right.
the Christmas, and that's that. But they're not watching, right? Close your eyes and ears. Y'all don't know, right? And then all of a sudden, Santa brings that up. But speaking, we have another letter. And again, I'm gonna find one that's not so, but everyone's going through it, so I want to just be real with it. Dear Santa, I feel sad because Corona made things so scary, and I have to wear a mask all the time. I miss seeing family and my friends like I used to before. I wish stuff would get better soon so people won't get sick no more. 9-year-old, I wish we could have a good Christmas and things could be nice and better. So again, we're going through it. The kids are going through it, and sometimes I think we're kind of living our lives and doing our thing, and we're not talking to the children so much. Like we kind of don't realize they're going through it.
They're suffering more
right,
than the
right.
adults are.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Because like we know, the human mind doesn't mature to age 25. So you can imagine the impact this is having on their psyche.
Exactly.
Because they don't have that level of knowledge that's needed to cope with situations like this. So this is when we have to
A lot
help
of
them.
adults don't have it either.
Yeah, a lot of adults don't have coping skills as well.
Right.
You know, I think coping skills across the board kind of ended with my generation. A few from you guys' generation have it, but as we continue on, my granddaughter's group and below, they don't seem to have the same kind of coping skills. You know, it's like everything is so oh my god to them. I mean, they don't step back and say, hey, you know, I can deal with this, but I need to do this, this, and this. They don't use that kind of analyzing to understand how to cope with situations.
Well, I just maybe have a suggestion for some of the parents, because we all do know that the children are really struggling with this, but we also know that the adults are struggling with COVID. COVID has been running rampant to the point where adults can't help their children get through it because they don't actually know how. Just think of what we experienced in this time frame, right?
Yes.
The things that we've experienced in this time frame, a lot of people haven't experienced that much in a lifetime.
Ooh,
That's
right,
cool.
exactly.
We have just 1 year that really rocked us.
It did.
So and it's funny is because I was having a conversation, and in conversation, it's not. Sometimes we have to decide how we're going to perceive what's going on. How we're going to use the time. So for me, quality time is a huge thing. So in this time, you know, parents for a long time complained that their kids wouldn't get from in front of the computer. Now they're doing school in front of the computer all day. But some of the parents are also working from home. So there's things that we could do with our kids that we didn't have time for before.
Right.
So in my house, when my kids were growing up, we didn't do electronics at the table. We didn't do cell phones. We didn't do computers. We didn't do phone calls. We actually had dinner at the table and had conversation. We would also choose a night, which usually was Friday, and we would make it family game night. And not electronic games. We actually pulled out the board games.
Board games.
My kids, when I talk to my siblings, I have two younger siblings. I mean, well, I got more than two younger siblings, but the two that remember it the most, my brother is in his 40s. Let's leave it there. And he always tells me that was probably some of the best times in his life, coming to my house and being a part of family game night. The fact that we were able to cook together. And yes, majority of people are having a hard time now. So you could actually cook with your children. You could bake with your children. You could play games with your children. And get off of the electronics. Some parents are working from home and they're on a computer all day. They don't get they get a small break to go maybe to the potty, but the rest of the time they gotta get right back on the computer the same way the kids are.
Right.
Now you don't have the commute. My suggestion, parents, involve your kids in your day to day. After work. Now you're getting off at 5. There's nothing stopping you from saying, "Hey, come on, let's make dinner together." Or how about y'all pick a night, y'all make dinner. Let's find something simple, give up some recipes. You could do that with your kids and give them something else. We have to learn how to refocus their minds because now they're looking at the bad. Let them know that you enjoy your house. Don't sit around complaining about being in the house and then getting mad at them when they complaining about being in the house.
They're just copying what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So technically, you say, you know what? I haven't had an opportunity to be here. I haven't had an opportunity to paint. What, you want to paint your room? If you can afford to. If you can't, how about we reorganize your drawers? Let's see what we could do to help someone else.
That's it. That's
We
it.
could go through your clothes and see if maybe your neighbor, your cousin, or someone else might need it. Right now is a rough time financially for a lot of families.
Oh, absolutely.
This that the Sistahship and the EED ladies have put together is so important.
It is.
Because it's giving back. The way you talked about how you had a turkey and a ham given to you as a blessing, and then the first thought was, don't give it away. But people don't realize when you give,
overflow.
God will give you the blessing
Yes.
back.
Absolutely.
And that's why when you opened the door, you had a second set of what it was
That's right.
that you was warm because they know you were gonna give it away.
Right.
That was fact. It wasn't even a question.
fact.
It was facts.
It was the energy.
But God said, you know what? Their heart is so big. I'm gonna make sure that they can still give away, but still have for them too. And He opened that door. You opened that. Actually, you opened that door, and it was there. And the first thing you came to your mind is, I know who we can give this to.
Exactly.
Wait.
But that's what life is all about.
My goosebumps. Do you see the lint rising from this Lady Wisdom moment? You see the lint rising, right? It's just,
Yeah, it's true. It's so true.
It is.
You know what? Let's talk about some of the things we're giving away. I'm like looking at money. The Visa. Let me tell you what I could have done with this in some times. Man, listen. I mean,
There
you know,
she
because
goes.
sometimes
Yes.
you get one, and nothing against, you know, but you get a Dunkin' Donut, and I don't drink a lot of coffee, but the Visa can take you anywhere.
Not only
Hello.
can you have Dunkin'
Anywhere.
Donuts, but you could have
A meal.
a
You
meal.
can have a meal.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza.
Pizza Hut not in business.
But
Oh,
today-
they
They
are?
not?
What?
Did they go?
Oh, she just fooling us. That's okay, because I was
But
in
to
Pizza
those
Hut
of
a couple
you,
of
but
weeks
to
ago.
those of you who want to share a Dunkin' Donuts gift card or a Starbucks gift card, please share it with someone
Absolutely.
because you may have made their entire year.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you on the line, pay the person's food bill
Behind you.
behind
Pay it
I
forward.
experienced
Pay it
that the
forward.
other day.
Yeah.
I literally went to the window. I had placed my order. I got to the window. I pulled my money out and I was handing it to the cashier. And the cashier said, "The person in the car before you paid for your meal and said thank and God bless you." I said, "Really?" Pay for their order behind me
Hello.
and tell them the same thing. Tell them
Let's
God bless
keep
you.
this moving.
Yes.
And let's just
this
keep
moving
paying it forward. We're
Yeah.
just gonna keep paying it forward
yeah.
so that each person
Absolutely.
that'll move out the day until you get to that one person that's a Scrooge. But at least if,
Boy, that was their last
they
dollar.
continue to do it,
Yeah.
But
they
it was one establishment that did that, and it went for the whole day. And then when they closed that night, the last individual said, "Here to start it back up the next day."
Wow.
Okay.
That's you know what? People don't realize that our blessings comes from giving,
Yes.
not receiving.
Hello.
Okay, everybody wants. You got all these me, myself, and I people out here. But you know what? The more you give, the more
You will receive.
you
You
will
are
receive.
blessed.
They don't
And
understand.
it's always not materialistic.
And exactly. You know, it's not about, you know, and I would say one of the things that I think people need to really think deeply about. Life is not about what you want. It's
not.
about what you need.
Hello, because a one,
You know, 'cause-
a one is a sin.
Yeah.
Yes.
It definitely can be. That's for sure.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yes.
A want is a
upstairs
sin.
To the people in the cheap seats. To the people in the cheap seats. In the nosebleed seats. But you know, I want to share one of our listeners as well as a dear friend of mine, Beatrice Cyrus.
I love
Beatrice.
B. I
She's
love
a sweetheart.
her. Yes.
So B put on Facebook today. I'm gonna read it, and I you know, this is my girl. She was doing real estate at one time as well. So I
Yes.
knew her from real estate.
Yes.
We have a mutual friend. How I was introduced to her over 20 years ago. So Beatrice spoke about on the 29th, 2016, her mom passed away. There is no comprehension of the emotion until you experience this type of loss.
Mhm.
Over the years, I stood by and comforted many friends, family, and clients at the exact moment of losing my mom. But when it happened to me, I felt I was alone. I thought part of me died inside that day. The blessings I had around me, I struggled to enjoy. I needed distraction, a purpose, a goal. So at 50 plus years of age, she enrolled in nursing school. And she can't begin to tell you what a journey this had been for her. This last year has challenged a broken spirit physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and intellectually. Today, her heart is still heavy, but not with sadness. I am more grateful today than when I started on this journey. COVID, personal illness, heartbreak, mental, and emotional challenges did not win. Amen.
Amen.
I am ready to embrace the next chapter of my life. My mom went home that Thursday night in December, but God showed up with more gifts and blessings to give me courage and strength.
Hello.
She is
Yes.
such a
Amen.
beautiful, beautiful,
She
beautiful
is.
person,
Yes, she
and she
is.
is a nurse.
And
Yes.
she is now a
And
nurse.
she
is a
exactly.
Yes, she is
So
now a
did
big.
nurse.
that.
Yes,
So
She
big.
did that.
Yes, she
You
did.
did that, my sister.
We applaud
did
you.
that.
Hello.
And we
Hello.
watched you.
Yes.
And like I said to her, so many times we put in deposits in that ATM.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that moment when the withdrawal card is
Come
given
on.
to you.
That's
Come
right.
on.
That's
And
right.
God is so
Ooh,
good.
I feel that.
Hello.
And God is so
See,
good.
believe.
Believe.
And she believed,
Hello.
and
That's
she
right.
conquered, and
That's
she
right.
did it.
Absolutely.
She did it.
Absolutely.
So
you know?
so proud of her. So
Mm.
proud. I know you have some more letters.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to
it. Dear Santa, I know you have a lot of letters to read, but I hope you are able to read mine. It's being read, honey.
It's being read.
I am 13 years old, and we are a family of 6. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, my mom and stepdad. Now, stepdads are not stepdads, they are bonus dads.
Bonus
Yeah,
dads.
bonus dads.
Okay.
Exactly.
This year has been tough to all of us due to COVID-19. My stepdad is the only one working, and because of COVID-19, he had to stop working for some time. Now he is working less because of COVID, and all the money he gets is for paying the rent and the bills. I will gladly appreciate it if you can bring Christmas home.
Aw.
My parents think I am writing this for my siblings and I, but I want to surprise them for everything they have done this year.
Oh.
My sister wants a Barbie dream house with an elevator for Christmas. For my first brother, he wants a 4-wheel kid motorcycle. For my second brother, he wants a remote control ride-on car. For my amazing mom, she wants the DB method machine that she's been wanting. It's so bad for so long, but we never had the money for. My stepdad wants Commodores, my medium-sized jacket for winter. Lastly, for me, I want an Amazon Alexa and AirPods. I really hope you can help my family, and I know it's a lot, but I really believe in you. Thank you in advance, and God bless you with happiness and health.
Aw.
Amen.
I have goosebumps from the bottom of my feet all the way up my legs and my arms from that.
Mm-hmm.
How awesome. You know, I mean, we really have some incredible young people.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And I don't think that they get enough credit because
right.
sometimes the darkness tends to hover over. And
yes.
people tend to play in the dark
Okay.
rather than shine
In
the
the
light.
light.
So, you know, when you have a young person like that who is speaking with such clarity and is so humbled and wants to help her family, that's awesome. Because some kids, I was watching a little strip, a little piece on Facebook the other day, and the kid was like, well, I don't want that. What?
Please.
I don't want that. And you know what? Just
that,
a
that,
nasty
child,
kid.
that child is privileged.
That one of those kids who gets everything, and when he gets something that he doesn't want, he carried on, and I'm like, oh my God. Of course, I shared it to my timeline because people need to understand there are kids like that who have no regard for anything. They are they feel a sense of entitlement. They're nasty, mean-spirited, and somebody needs to really, really deal with those kids effectively and not allow them to get away with the stuff that they do. But you know what? I really think the number of them is much smaller than the number of the ones who are humble, who are grateful, and who, you know, really want the best for not only themselves but for their families.
And for others.
And for others.
They
exactly.
the young, I'm not going to give them too much light, but the scandal with the parents that were the very affluent parents that were paying for their children to go to good colleges.
Yes, yes.
So one of the children of that was just on a show on Facebook talking about her experience with it, and she said initially she didn't think she did anything wrong because she owed everyone around her. This is how you
This
just
is how they roll.
And it wasn't until this major situation came that she started to understand how privileged she was, how much of the bubble that she lived in just wasn't a reality for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And it was a major thing of both her parents doing jail time.
Wow.
And again, they're going to do jail time. They're going to come home. They're still billionaires.
Yeah, they're
Isn't
still
it
yeah.
And minimum security, really
right.
cool,
Yeah.
cool clubhouses.
And money,
Right.
money
Yes.
to buy whatever they want and to live
The
the life
the
while they're
commissary is
there.
stacked.
Exactly.
the commissary is
stacked.
stacked. There you go.
Exactly.
But she now is speaking and doing things to assist other people. Like this
Good for
whole
her.
situation
It
took
woke her up.
place.
Yeah.
But she was like, when I found out, I was on a yacht with friends. You know, and just again, there's nothing wrong with that. However, the mind that this is how everyone lives, and that when you're talking about, but I want this, like a child having that tantrum, but I want that. No, you have to get into the parents. And you just shared so much knowledge and tools of what families can do collectively, no matter what your financial status is. A deck of cards, let's play, you know, pity pat or whatever.
Right.
Come together as a family, united, have those conversations, talk about goals and dreams, talk about what you're going through, hardships, pitfalls, and blessings collectively. So
it has to be taught. Unfortunately, people never pay attention to the fact that you take a glass, you pour orange juice in it, you're going to get orange juice out of it. Children are like glass. Whatever you pour in is what you're going to get back out.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's
Now, unfortunately, we are walking around in a world where everybody is hurting right now. Financially hurting. I sat here and I just read this letter, and I really can't read it out loud because I probably would start crying. But it makes you wonder. So the one thing that we'll see, I thank you, Mrs. Claus, for sharing. You and Santa Claus getting gifts for those of us that are here up on the panel today.
Yes.
I definitely appreciate it. I don't actually go out looking for gifts. I definitely appreciate it. But I want people to know that some people are financially strapped and they feel bad because they can't get people gifts. Do me a favor. If you make some good cookies make some cookies. Somebody don't have the opportunity to have that sweets in their house.
That's true.
Exactly.
But it's a gift.
But
From the heart.
You know
From
what?
the heart.
From the heart.
And it's made with love.
Since these
Exactly.
cookies
And you can taste it.
were put out for us,
You gonna eat them?
I'm going to eat them in appreciation
I'm gonna appreciate
for the cookies.
This one over here,
Yeah.
because that looks.
It's calling your
It
name.
said Tiffany.
So
Now look, me being truthful, is there oatmeal raisin over there?
I think
No.
So
No.
I say,
But I appreciate what's here, though.
so I
I'm,
say,
you know.
so I say, I think though, I don't know what that is, but it looked like a raised oatmeal cookie.
It look like it is, I think it is an oatmeal without
It's
raisin.
like oatmeal. We like oatmeal
It's not-
caramel.
but it's nice.
So
It's good. It's
So I
delicious.
say to those
That's
that
nuts.
if you have a specialty meal that you can
Thank you.
reasonably make, that you can afford, that you know that people rave about. If it's a red beans and rice, if it's a
Yes.
if it's nothing more, then you make some good Kool-Aid. If that's all you can afford to give, put a bow on it and give it to them. Dollar store has bags of bows.
Well, shout out to the chef that brought me the display of food. That roast pork is slamming like the hero
It
at
is?
the poncho store. And
That was up-
macaroni,
Let me tell you.
potato salad,
All right.
and I got a little Cornish hen here.
Oh,
Yeah, all right. All
So,
right.
Fat Boy Fresh is enjoying it.
And shout out to Genesis Radio and Terry.
Because
For
without
allowing
them,
us-
we wouldn't be able to be here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And-
And this is what it's all about. There's a unity that we all share that is so
nice.
powerful that, you know what? It gives me life. It adds more life to my life. And I say to older people, you know, stop sitting around feeling sorry for yourself and talking about how much pain you in and how many pills you take.
Thank God that you feel that pain.
Okay.
You're
Don't
still
get me-
here to take the pill.
Absolutely. And you know what? Find something. I keep busy. My 4 grandchildren are in the house. My daughter's in the house. I cook all the time. And I was up early cooking those Cornish hens and that, and that roast pork. And I didn't get here till late because I wanted to make sure the roast pork
Was done.
Okay? I wasn't coming in here with no bloody roast
Okay.
pork.
Well, look, you ain't got no complaints from.
I see.
Okay.
Oh my God. He done cleaned the plate almost already.
That is so.
All right. You know, but you know
Gotta
what?
Looking for seconds.
Okay.
Looking for seconds.
You gotta keep the engineer's strength up.
That's right.
That's right. We want to keep them healthy and happy.
Well, we have healthy and
These
happy.
are good. These are
Them
delicious.
cookies is really good,
Dang.
and that is true. Like, you know, I got to get out my food. You know, when it feel good to you, that got that piece in there. You
Okay.
gotta
I'm going for another one.
You gotta move it around.
move it around.
That's good. I have to ask Tiffany what kind of cookies are
I
these?
know.
They're delicious.
And then starting on January 4th, we will be doing our 10-day green smoothie cleanse.
I can't wait. I need it badly. You know, the other day I took my blood sugar. It was like 169. I freaked. I'm like, oh my God. But my doctor had put me on Ozempic. So that seems to keep it. So when I took it, and that was right after I had eaten, which it fell in the right zone. But I freaked because I saw 169.
You have to see it high, and it
But
gets.
what I do in the mornings, I take the sugar level in the morning, and it tends to be, you know, lower in the morning. But throughout the day when you're eating, you know, it tends to rise. And then I try and do it at night before I go to bed, just to get a sense. Because sometimes people who are, I have not been classified as diabetic yet, but I'm on the doorstep.
You're borderline.
I'm borderline. Well, more than my
She's
AC1.
pre-diabetic.
I'm pre-diabetic.
Okay.
So the AC1 or whatever that is 6.5. Diabetic is 7.0. So I'm trying not to go into that zone. And after this holiday is all over, I'll be on that green smoothie.
You'll be on the
with
green
you guys.
smoothie.
Hello.
Well, we have another baby, and it's a great request. However, I kind of think we might want to talk to the parents first. I wish for a girl dog.
A girl dog.
Okay.
I'm getting to wonder who that is.
So, you know, again,
girl dog, is that Tiara?
no, it's not. It's not.
We're not telling names.
We're not
We're not
telling
telling names.
But it went to Santa. So we have Mrs. Claus here. So we're gonna forward this one to the person who asked for the girl dog. We're gonna forward this to Santa, and do like what Gynesis did. Gynesis, when she was little, she said to me, "Mommy, I want a baby sister. I want a baby sister." So she prayed to God, and then she wrote it for her Christmas list. And literally that year, I got pregnant.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
With a baby sister.
So
Look, he's powerful.
Exactly.
Well, people just don't even, they don't understand.
Certain requests require a little bit more information to be given to a few others in the chain of giving. So
It's a committee. It's a committee.
Some gifts are a committee. So I would like for you who did send that to go to your parents as well. Now this is what Lady Wisdom was sharing, and we're gonna read this. So we want to help people, obviously, and we're here every Sunday. And I again, with everything that everyone's saying, thankful every Sunday. This has assisted me through my process of the COVID. Like Lady Wisdom said, every adult doesn't know the answers of how to handle and deal with things. And I will say, if you're here on Sundays and you're a part of the midday tea on Wednesdays, you're gonna get a nugget. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Yes.
What? You're going to get a nugget, and that nugget will bring you through something. I guarantee you.
Hello.
So, dear Santa, during this pandemic, it has taught me to be appreciative what you have and to appreciate the people you have in your life. Life is too short. It also showed me that things can change in a drop of a dime. I see how the world changed in a matter of time. It was scary for me to see people getting sick and people dying. We went from having a normal life to now having to wear masks wherever we go, and we have to keep our distance. Not being able to see family members all because of social distancing. It's sad not being able to go to school for months. I see my mother lose her job due to this pandemic. She recently went back to work with minimal hours. It's hard to see my mom struggle. I never thought that so many people would have been affected. I watched my best friend be infected with COVID-19, which was the saddest time because he has chronic asthma. Just like me, he was having difficulties breathing. I hope that Christmas will bring joy to people and will be able to enjoy Christmas. I hope Santa doesn't forget about me and my siblings. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's from a 12-year-old.
That's from a 12-year-old.
Wow.
So, no, Santa's not forgetting about you.
He has not forgotten. She has not forgotten.
She hasn't.
You know, I saw a post on Facebook that I shared just as to lighten things up, where it said, I haven't seen anyone make any wish for 2021. Everybody's scared. Everybody's scared right now, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought that was hilarious because it was right. I hadn't seen anyone make any calls for 2021 like, oh yeah, 2021, that's my year.
Yeah.
You know, I came into 2020 saying, yes, this is the year, yes.
And it is the year.
It ended up being the year.
Everybody's
Absolutely.
like we go.
They scared.
They're scared to say anything.
Let's just show up. I want to give a shout out to Mika, one of the Sistahships,
Hey, Mika.
and definitely She Wealth. Doing her thing,
Yeah.
enjoying some warmer weather. You know, she made some good choices during the wintertime.
I'm going to be in North Carolina from January 18th to the 24th.
Okay.
One of my best friends and her husband are treating me because my birthday is in January and
I
her
know,
birthday is in January.
Capricorns.
Capricorns in the house. So I'm going to be in North Carolina for a week and I can't wait, you know. I mean, it's something different.
Make sure you come back.
Oh yeah, I'm coming. You see, everybody who said to me, "I'm praying that you don't go. I'm praying that you don't go." I said, "Y'all got some damn powerful prayers because y'all were the ones who called up this COVID thing, so I really wasn't able to go. You know, so hey, I'm looking forward to that, and you know. Life is what you make it.
Yes, it is.
And what I did was this morning I put something on Facebook and I asked God to just hear my prayer. And my prayer for the rest of my life until I take my last breath, I want to go. I have family all around the country and even some out of the country. I want to go and visit all my loved ones. Not just, when I say family, I mean friends too. Because friends are my family.
Exactly.
Also. Some of them are more my family than
Your family.
Yeah, than biological family. But I ask God, I want to be able to amass enough money to allow me to travel. You know, some people want to do this. They want to go to see the Eiffel Tower and all. I want to go and I want to love on the people in my life.
Amen.
I just want to hug and I want to spend time with them. That's how I want to spend the rest of my life, you know, because that's who I am. And you know what? I think this year has kind of been a deterrent from us being able to hug and kiss and, you know, just really feel the energy of each other, outside of, you know, anything else.
Yeah,
That's
been
it.
rough.
You know, it has been rough. And, you know, I know friends who are saying that they've gone through, you know, they're going through some tough times, you know, dealing with the isolation and all of that right now. And, you know, to all of them, I say, keep the faith.
Yes.
You know, keep hope alive and allow yourself to believe, because you know what? One of the lessons I learned that gets me through a lot of challenges and keeps me from falling into the potholes and the pitfalls of my youth is this too shall pass.
Ooh.
And yes.
This too shall pass. And whenever I go through anything now, I say to myself, this too shall pass. I remember when I was a younger woman, everything, you have a relationship, it breaks up. Oh my God. I remember running down in Riverside Park, all the way down to the bottom in New York City. I was crying my heart out. I didn't care if a mugger came to get me at the moment. And I got all the way down to the bottom of the hill and I said, oh crap.
I gotta go back.
I gotta get back to the you know, I'm like, I'm not waiting to see if there's a mugger or somebody else, you know. But you know, when you're younger and you haven't developed the coping skills you need,
that broken heart.
and yeah, that broken heart, and you know, things that happen in your life, and you feel like, you know, why was I given such a crappy life? But you know what? I also learned that God's greatest gift goes to his strongest warriors.
Yes.
And I have to keep reminding myself of that. Just, I'm strong, and this too shall pass. So I realized that all of the bad things that may have happened in my life weren't really bad things. They were things that were designed to make me stronger and to keep me moving forward, because God needs examples of that here on this earth.
Yes.
Come on.
Okay?
Yes.
And even though sometimes we just want to fall out crying and whatever, I woke up the other morning and I felt a little teary-eyed because I'm so used to hugging and kissing people and feeling their energy, you know, up close and personal, that I was feeling a little kind of in a drought. I was feeling I was
like
missing. I was
melancholy.
Yeah,
it's like this weird.
But I said to myself, this too shall pass.
Yes.
And I just got up and I started doing what I needed to do, and I kept it moving. And I'm good. You know, there are just things that we have to remind ourselves sometimes that this too shall pass. This is not a situation that's going to last forever.
No.
And I've got to believe,
And
like Trisha's sweater says, and I got to maintain the hope and the faith and all of those things that will help me. I call those spiritual power tools.
Okay.
You got to use those spiritual power tools to help you get through the challenges that we're going to experience to the day we die.
That's
Amen.
it.
You know, I thought that once I got to be a senior, it was all over. No, it got harder in my senior years. But you know what? I was stronger.
I just want to piggyback off of that. A couple of years ago, a memory came across my Facebook account. A couple of years ago, I went to, I participated in going into a senior center. And I have to give this shout out to Donna of Big Apple's Beauty Supply.
Hey, Donna, I love
have
Donna.
to, because Donna, she gives. Her giving is constantly giving her the opportunity to be blessed.
Is she the
Yes.
one behind the
By the Sunoco over.
Big
over
Apple?
No, but I'm saying, is she the one that's always at the register?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
most
Yes.
times. I know when I go in, she's.
I don't know her
she's
name,
there.
but I
Yeah.
wouldn't-
Not all the time.
But lately.
Not all
Yeah,
the
but
time,
lately.
But lately.
Yeah.
So I'm saying what I'm saying was because, you were saying as you became a senior. We went into the senior house. We had gifts. We actually brought dinner. And it wasn't the first time we did it. It just happens to be this. That was the last time we had to do it. And they kept me in the kitchen because I couldn't stop crying. I kept realizing there was hundreds of years of people in this place. You had a minimum of 1,000 years of life experience in there.
For real.
And the joy that these people got from a meal, from the small gifts that we were able to give for them.
Provide, yes.
I realized